What's good? It's your man, Rico. Hold on. Okay, there it is. Hey, what's up? It's your man, Rico the opinionist. Just here chilling, enjoying the weather. Not so warm right now. And again, I want to thank those of you who shared, and subscribe. Continue to do just that. I appreciate you. I swear I do. I want to add my little tidbit to this whole Caitlin Clark, WNBA. I just want to add my piece to the conversation. I guess I've talked about it once. I want to talk about it again because it seems, that people are still not catching on to what this is actually about. For those of you thinking it's about Caitlin Clark, thinking it's about WNBA, the WNBA, sorry to burst your bubble. And I guess this is more the black people because we don't seem to know where to go when these kind of discussions on race comes up. It seems like we're shocked whenever a topic of race comes about. It's like we're caught off guard. And so I just want to say this. For black folks who don't believe in studying, who don't believe in reading American history or the history of black people in the world in America, let me help you. And some of you don't know, a lot of you, masses of you don't know who our scholars are, who's taught us these things I'm about to share. Brother Neely Fuller, he had this concept under white supremacy. He had this slogan that said, and I hope I'm quoting him correctly. If not, someone please correct me. He said, racism, white supremacy. If you don't understand its purpose, its agenda, everything you see will only confuse you. So what does that mean? What you're looking at is always what it actually is. See, people, when they don't want to pay attention to what's really being said, they kind of go into the simple shit. People think this whole Caitlin Clark thing is about, black women being jealous of them. No. They think it's about scoring and someone's mistreating Caitlin Clark because she's white and all that foolishness. No, what it's about is what it's always been about when Europe came across Africa. Always keep in mind, there will always be conflict between Europe and Africa. And we can break it down systematically and all these other ways we can break it down. But I'm not going to get deep. I'm going to keep it very simple. In this country, the underlying white supremacists, the under system of no. When you say, well, what's white supremacy? Believing that you are superior because of your race. I mean, your genetics or what have you. That's believed that you're supreme. It comes with an ego, the narcissism, and also the system that fuels that white supremacist attitude is called racism. Racism is a system. Got it? So for those of you who say black people can be racist too, no. Black people can be supremacists too, no. So we're gonna, all you multicultural blacks, shut the fuck up. All you blacks who've given in, shut the fuck up. No, those of you interracially dated, had mixed kids and all that shit, shut up. This is talking above your head. And so, because screwing people does not end the system. What happens is, if you're screwing the benefactors of this system, all it means that your kids are going to pick up the same mindset of the system. That makes sense? All right, so what this whole thing is actually about is, let's go all the way back. Not too far back. You ever heard of a boxer by the name of Jack Johnson? Jack Johnson probably fought probably fought like 100 fights. And he beat everybody up. He was a tall, very dark-skinned black man at the turn of the century, 1901. And Jack Johnson also was, or Dr. Umar referred to him as a bunny hopper, snow bunny chaser. And he knocked down a lot of white women, so much so that the United States government created this law called the Mann Act, all because of Jack Johnson. And he was, I think, indicted or charged with the Mann Act, meaning having sex with white women to take them over. Go look up the Mann Act. When he was having sex with white women and taking them over across state lines or something like that. And so And Jack Johnson being this great boxer, could nobody beat him, especially a great white hope. And that's what it boils down to. Black people pretty much are superior in a lot of these physical and agile sports. And white people know it. So they pretty much, since they run the system, they pretty much, okay, well, we can't beat them, we can at least try to make money off of them. So that's how you have, it went from the ABA to the NFL, NBA. You had the Negro Leagues, now you got the National Baseball League, and, integrate everything and just kind of watered it on down and killed all these other black leagues. And they would pick the creme of the creme of the black crop, okay? When all of them was playing together at one time. That's black folks' fault for giving up their own just so they can integrate with somebody else. But in boxing, I remember the history has taught us that Jack Johnson fought fight after fight, knocking them out. And in the 1900s, during the height of Jim Crow, and all these real strenuous laws against black people because they were black, Jack Johnson was killing them. So Jack Johnson got older. I remember they fought damn near 30 rounds for this. They found this huge white guy. Somebody. He didn't just beat Jack Johnson. He didn't beat him. Jack Johnson got tired after about 30 rounds. They used to fight like 20, 25 rounds until somebody gave out. Jack Johnson, I think at that time, finally gave up. And I think that's how the guy beat him after about 30 rounds. And they just held him the champion. So then it goes to Joe Louis and how they come up to Rocky Marciano. Joe Louis, when he fought Rocky Marciano, Joe Louis is probably in his 40s or some shit like that. And so Rocky Marciano, yeah, he the great white hope. And then it keeps going. In boxing, they came up with this guy by the name of Jerry Cooney. Somebody to beat these black heavyweights, but he couldn't. And it goes on. So y'all pay attention to how, they elect this Jake Paul boy. He's like the great white hope. Then in basketball, they had Lambeer, and they had Danny Ainge, and they had Larry Bird. No, somebody. So now all this is Caitlin Clark. It's like, great white hope. And one thing about white folks, because I get along with everybody, but I don't escape the truth because I'm cool with whoever's cool with me. So those of you who watch my videos, no, I don't hate anybody. I get along with everybody, but I love history more than I love you. How about that? Because history keeps me on my toes. Anybody who dares to pretend that history never happens, well, that's why shit be happening to you. I'm cool with whoever, or I'll use white America, white people's term, I'm tolerant of everyone. But when you get out of line, you erase, get the fuck on. And that's pretty much with anybody, but we talk about black and white relationships. I'm tolerant of you, as long as you're tolerant of me and we cool. That's how I roll. I don't dislike or disrespect anybody, but I'm not that. I'm a pro-black brother, and I want to see black men marry black women and have black children. Just like Jews like to see Jews together, Asians like to see Asians together. Who else? Arabs like to see Arabs together. It goes on and on. So I don't have to explain myself when it comes to that. I'm just talking history. And Caitlin Clark, this whole Caitlin Clark shit is just a replaying of history. Caitlin Clark, she was doing okay in Iowa, killing them. But we also have Angel Reese, really killing them. Angel Reese is accomplished. She won championships. She just became owner of a women's soccer club. But here's the deal. Just like the white media pretty much owns all the media, and they own all the corporate America, they own corporate America, so they can take someone in a Jerry Cooney-esque kind of level of playing, and they can push them because they own all the television stations, they own all the radio stations. Because so when you can push an image, you got the money and a machine to push it. Well, Caitlin Clark, and boom, they giving Caitlin Clark $28 million through Nike. And for years, you've had these sisters that carried the WNBA. All of a sudden, Caitlin Clark is the one who's saving the WNBA. Now y'all want to say we're watching WNBA because of Caitlin Clark? That's not true. Well, they say Angel Reese would have never known if it wasn't between the matchup. What kind of fucking sense does that make? If it wasn't because of racism, white America would not have paid so much attention just to Caitlyn, but they would have paid attention to Angel Reese as well. But when they want to pay attention to Angel Reese, this is the white media, they want to make her to be the villain. And Angel Reese just made a statement. She said, you know, I'll be the villain. Because she knows she has no choice, because the white media, the white radio sports writers, the sports hosts on radio shows, ESPN, all these white formats with these black talking mouthpieces, but they still got to do what the white owners say, and they're talking crazy about Angel Reese. And Angel Reese, now, although I don't agree with everything she says, but she's an accomplished athlete in the WNBA. She's an accomplished champion in women's college basketball. But still, black folks, y'all still debating some Caitlin Clark shit. And don't nobody hate Caitlin Clark. But what I do hate is racism, white supremacy. And I hate the ignorance of it all, that a lot of us obviously don't read the books, that we don't respect our scholars. Because the scholars put it out there for you to understand what's going on right before your eyes. And the white media puts out this narrative through all sources, all venues. They hate Caitlin Clark. They're trying to hurt Caitlin Clark. It's not true. They're literally coddling her because they want her to be the image. And that's why I need black people to understand the importance of images. Images are very important. It's like Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown, the NBA star from Boston Celtics. $300 million. He said some powerful things. He's intelligent. He speaks different languages. He's an accomplished musician. I mean, he plays instruments. He went to a University of California, Berkeley. What was that? Yeah, Southern Cal. He's awesome. But you got black men like Stephen A. Smith and all these people saying, well, he's not marketable because he's not white. And he doesn't act like a black gorilla or a black monkey or a black sexual deviant going on Instagram, Instagram to make a Instagram bitch a baby mama. He's articulate, he's understood. Kyrie Irving, no, corporate America's not gonna make him the face of everything wonderful, cereal box and tennis shoes, because they want to vilify him. Every black men who speak like Jaylen Brown, black men who sound like Kyrie Irving, get them out of here. We got to get along Negroes who want to have tattoos all over their body and throw all their money away at strip clubs and get an Instagram baby mama. That's the one that white corporate America likes to put forward in the faces of black boys and black children. Did y'all hear what I just said? So Caitlin Clark, you know, it would be great if America was they're trying to be so progressive and beyond race. You know, it'd be awesome to put Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese together in commercials, you know, probably throwing some layups together and all that if they're interested, but they're not. Because racism, white supremacy prevents them to want to share the limelight. Let me share something else with y'all didn't pay attention to. Y'all should have known it was the great setup. That heifer that's supposed to be the first lady of America, Joe Biden's wife, Jill Biden, when she disrespected the majority black female team at LSU when they won the championship, and she brought the loser team, Iowa, she had the audacity to try to attempt to invite Iowa to the White House, when for 100 years, only the winners have only made that trip. But let you know, she was the one pushing the white supremacist narrative. No, we just can't have just these black girls up here. No, everyone did such a good job on the court. Wait a minute, bitch, this is competition. How you gonna invite the losers? And just like clockwork, that Angel Reese is a special young woman. She's like, wait a minute, I ain't going. Why are you inviting them? She wasn't doing it because she was being mean or unprofessional. She was doing it the way it's supposed to be done, calling the first lady out. How dare you? Don't dim my light because you want the white girls to shine. Let them win a championship and they can go there as well. That's how it works. If anybody that gets upset because the subject of race comes up, you're the problem. Because you're trying to lie under the radar of the racism, white supremacy. I sound like I hate people, don't I? I know that's what y'all gonna say. You hate people? No, I don't. If y'all see me in person, I'm kind to everybody, but what I'm not gonna do is sleep on the truth to make you feel comfortable. Because our scholars taught us from the 1930s and 40s. They taught us about how to properly live in this country and not trip about stuff. But we had a group of blacks who decided to come to the forefront. They call them Black Greeks, Black Boule, and so-called upper bourgeois class of blacks that helped to say, don't y'all worry about it. It'll be bad. They got good jobs in the big house. And they gave all them jobs to try to continue the snow job over blacks. So our scholars had to compete against them, fight against them, getting the message out to the masses. All right, y'all do the research on these particular groups of blacks. So for those of you thinking it's about the WNBA, don't nobody give two fucks about the WNBA. As a matter of fact, the damn ratings are already falling. Because nobody, you know why don't nobody give no fuck about the WNBA? Because women don't give a fuck about the WNBA. That's why there'll never be a woman president, probably in my lifetime. Because women don't give a fuck about women. Do y'all understand? When they go to these, you would think with all the fuss that the WNBA is making, you would think that all these women who outnumber men in this country, you'd think 20 million women would get behind the WNBA. They don't even like the WNBA. So to make it like it's some kind of misogynistic, sexist thing is bullshit. Women don't even go to the game. That's why the WNBA can't even fill up a junior high cafeteria. They have to give tickets away, and still have damn near an empty room. And everybody knows that controversy sells. Controversy sells. But you know the tickets has gone up because of Caitlin Clark. No. Making it about race is what got the drama going. Because Caitlin herself wasn't really tripping. Andrew Reese wasn't tripping. But everybody else wanted to trip. And those with the bigger platforms, white and black and other, y'all are the ones that's calling this tripping. If y'all just let the damn girls play, let them play and stop making shit up. Yeah, she getting knocked around. That's what rookies do in all kind of sports. If you was in hockey, if you the new guy, they gonna knock you on your ass. So y'all are literally, your fans of Caitlin Clark, y'all want her to be coddled? No, you was shooting threes at Iowa. You was dropping buckets. Now bring your ass at this high level of competition with these women that's been in the league 5, 10, 12 years and work their ass off to at least keep the league afloat. But the white media never hardly paid attention to it. And by the way, there's white women in the WNBA too. They should be upset about how they doing this shit. Like, damn, y'all putting the back of the WNBA on this one little frail little chick. They should be upset too. But they made it like sisters, black women are jealous of Caitlin Clark. It's not true. Now, wait a minute. I'm not going to say it's not true in its entirety. What I'm saying is they're tired of being silent when they see people are blatantly sweeping them to the side, all their work, all their accomplishment, but it's one person. Let me tell y'all something else that y'all ain't paying attention to. The Dallas Mavericks are in the finals. What's his name? Lukovic or whatever the fuck his name is. The white male. He took them as far as he can go. And they were on their way out. But then they got mad at Kyrie Irving. And the folks at the Mavs organization had the good sense to say, okay, y'all don't want them Brooklyn Nets? We'll take him. And by they adding him, guess what? They're in the finals. And if they keep playing them, it's because of him that they're going to win the big dance, should they win it. But they gave the most valuable player to, what's his name, Lukovic? I'm just saying bullshit. I'm not saying he's not good. I'm not saying Caitlin Clark is not good. But what people are tired of is y'all purposely skipping over the actual people who put in a lot of work, bust their asses off. Then y'all move them to the side so you can put somebody's white face on the corporate on the corporate commercial, you want to put them on that corporate presentation. That's what people are tired of. So stop saying these ladies are jealous. Stop saying that people are jealous of people that's black when you see something that's been going on for 300 years in this country. Music, sports, education, everything. Y'all they take the white media in this country, push these white, and as Omarosa told Bethany Frankel on her show, these mediocre people front why black folks have to be 5 to 10 times better and still get half of the goddamn, half of a piece of a pie. And that's what people have got a problem with. So y'all cut this bullshit out. Those ladies are not jealous. They're disappointed. They're tired. I'm tired of looking at the shit. Because one thing about it, my man James Baldwin said to be awake and alert in America means to be angry. Shout out to James Baldwin. And so y'all right here arguing about statistics. Well, Caitlin Clark this. I'm talking about black folks. This shit is weird. Because they don't understand the works of our scholars. Dr. John Henry Clark, Dr. George G. Jackson, Dr. Frances Cress Welsing, Dr. Julia Hare, Brother Neely Fuller, Brother Dale Jones, Steve Coakley, and the list goes on of the scholars who died, broke, Malcolm X, murdered, trying to tell black folks the truth. And we still getting caught up in this multicultural, multiracial, white supremacist game. Get some sense, black folks in America. Because one thing about white folks, I've never been upset with white folks being white. They're supposed to do exactly what they're doing. Use their power, lose their control, use their influence, whatever, to push them forward. And guess what? We have black media outlets too. But even the black media outlets are kissing Caitlin Clark's ass. Man, that's powerful. And we're not saying disrespect her, but let's be fair. We got a champion. Her name is Angel Reese in the women's athlete. We got one. We got plenty of them. But it's interesting. Even these black media outlets, be it BET, be it TV One, be it Bounce, be it whatever it's supposed to be, the black outlets, some of these black podcasts, they so busy, so happy to get any kind of attention from the white power structure, they won't tell the goddamn truth. They won't stick up for their own. Not when their own is behaving badly, but when they're telling the truth. These Negroes ain't stick up for Kyrie Irving. It's the YouTube people that had to stick up for Kyrie Irving. These Negroes in these mainstream shows, they didn't stick up for Kyrie Irving. That old punk-ass Shaquille O'Neal, that big dumbass Charles Barkley, and others. They didn't stick up for that brother. And now they all have to eat crow. They all have to apologize. No, him winning the Western Conference Final was enough for me. But if he comes up and win that goddamn championship, come on, y'all. Y'all know what this is about. It's about pushing a narrative. And in this country, in America, they want the narrative to be white. But we always talking about white supremacy. How come, when it comes to Trump, how come y'all can't see white supremacy nowhere else? Let y'all know y'all full of shit. It's all about who we like, right? It's your man Rico, the opinionist. Thank y'all so much for listening to you, boy. And we're going to listen to more. I'm going to talk about more topics in the future. I thank y'all so much. Y'all be cool. Go at it in the chat. I don't mind. Because that's why I'm talking to y'all. Because I want to hear what y'all think. Be cool. Like, share, subscribe. We'll talk again in the future. Peace.